Now, panzanella salad is a beautiful Italian bread and tomato salad with a light citrus dressing. The trouble is sometimes it can get soggy, but not this time. I have just the trick for the perfect texture and flavor. I'm Susie with theMediterraneanDish.com. Let's make some panzanella. Of course, one of the star ingredients here is bread. Use any artisan, day-old bread you have. I'm just using ciabatta bread today. Just a half of a loaf here, or about 5 to 6 ounces. And we're gonna cube this bread. Just do your best to kind of keep the bread pieces similar in shape and size. From here, we're gonna season this bread a little bit and give it some extra virgin olive oil to help it toast just right in my oven. I have my oven on at 400 degrees and I'm gonna drizzle a really generous amount of extra virgin olive oil and toss this bread together with a little bit of kosher salt. And this is what will help the bread toast, gain some color. I'm not looking for it to get hard in the oven. I just want some texture on the outside and still good chew on the inside. So toss it, and then we're gonna transfer it to my pan right here. Okay, this will go in the oven now. Now, some panzanella salads will use other veggies. I'm just really relying on my tomatoes, and then I'm using a little bit of shallots. So any tomato you have at home is great. If you have a variety, like heirloom tomatoes, when they're in season, they are gorgeous and different colors, so you could use that as well. I'm just using on the vine tomatoes here, and what I'd like to do is cut them into wedges like you see here. So I'm gonna put them in this colander. This is a great use in the summertime when you have really tasty tomatoes. Now, if you end up using cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes or something, smaller tomato, you still want to cut the tomatoes because you want the juice from the tomato to land in this bowl and begin creating the dressing that we're gonna make for this salad. We're gonna hit our tomatoes up with some kosher salt, and we're gonna kind of let them sweat, kind of let them do their thing and release some of their juices, and we'll cut up some shallots. So shallots are a milder onion, but if you don't have them, red onions will work. You might just use a little bit less. Some people will add cucumbers to their panzanella. That would be fine too if you have some. We're gonna kind of slice like so. In my dressing, I like to add a couple fresh garlic cloves, 2 to 3, and we'll just make our dressing right in this bowl where our tomatoes are kind of releasing their juices. Mince the garlic as finely as you can, no big deal. And I'm smelling the bread, so it must be kind of almost ready. You don't want it to get too crunchy. This is looking nice and crispy a little bit, but not too much. Nice and golden. This is exactly what I want my bread to look like for panzanella. And the tomatoes are doing a good job releasing their juices right here, you guys. Check this out. We are in business. So I'm gonna set the tomatoes aside for now while I use this bowl to create my dressing. So obviously the tomato juice is in. Then we have red wine vinegar. This is essential for panzanella. And then a good amount of a quality extra virgin olive oil. I'm using my early harvest extra virgin olive oil. You can find it on theMediterraneanDish.com. Just hit the shop tab. About a good 1/3 to a 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Remember, this is a salad that just is juicy and tangy, so you need a good bit of this. Next, we're gonna have a little bit of Dijon mustard. Tiny bit, like 1/2 teaspoon, not a whole lot. There we go. And now we have our fresh garlic that we minced. Okay, salt and pepper. And I have some fresh thyme, which is totally optional, but I absolutely love just a little bit of herby taste to my salad here. And we're gonna whisk this baby together. All right, this is looking great. So now we're just gonna put our tomatoes in here. Bread goes in. fresh basil. You can tear the basil or you can just bunch it up like so and give it a quick chop. We're gonna put that in here. We've got our shallots. And then this is not traditional to panzanella, but I like to add some fresh mozzarella. So we mix all this together. Now the key to this salad is you want to let it sit for a few minutes so that your bread will catch all the flavors from the beautiful dressing. So just make sure that you coat everything, and as you leave it to sit for a few minutes, make sure that you toss it around some more so that all the bread will be nice and soaked. And I'm about to serve it with my Italian baked chicken in just a minute. If you haven't seen the video, definitely check that out. Goes great with this salad. And that's it, you guys. Grab the recipe for this panzanella salad over on themediterraneandish.com. Subscribe and follow this channel for more delicious videos.